be a new wood, you'd certainly want to protect as much of that as you can.
What you got over there, Ron? Got some salt?
Boy, this is some groceries, I'll tell you about it.
Make my life worthwhile.
Deep fry this little bird today.
How y'all doing? Glad to have you with us on Down Home in the Tri-States. I'll tell you what, boy, this weather up and down, cold and hot and warm and rain and almost snow, and boy, I'm ready for some summertime. I'm ready to go fishing when it's warm and do some other things when it's warm. I just don't deal with cold weather too much. I'm sorry. I kind of hibernate and keep putting logs on the fire. I want to remind you about the Sacred Harp Sing. That's today at the Panhandle Pioneer Settlement, so y'all want to make plans to head on over there, participate in the Sacred Harp Sing. Also the 21st now, mark your calendars, Mason Auction, big Mason Auction. It's a farm and construction auction. That's the biggest one of the year. A lot of people there, a lot of stuff. That's February the 21st. Y'all want to make sure you plan to attend now, okay? That's going to be next Saturday. Next Saturday, February 21st, starts at 8 a.m. at the Mason Auction Yard, Highway 231 North in Campbellton, Florida. Oh yeah, let's see, y'all want to get in? If you hadn't put your names in for the drawing, you need to get them in, because we're going to be drawing in a couple of weeks, okay? All this stuff we've been showing you we're going to draw in a couple of weeks, and we got some new things. Richard Clark has donated 2 fish cleaning stations. He called them fish holders, I call them fish cleaning stations, because they got places to hold all your stuff, okay? This one here is, this is his. It's got all the knives and all this stuff, just skinners and all that stuff. But that's just to show you how the thing works. And he got this nice little catfish he made here. But how that catfish, how easy it is to take that catfish, just hook it right on there, get your knife and go around. I got a little video we're gonna show you today, so y'all just stay tuned and watch it. But get your names in, because we're gonna have be giving some of these away, okay, along with all the other stuff we've been showing y'all. I want to say hello to Tony and Denise Hall. Denise, she's the one that found our dog Beulah. She found her collar on Pioneer Road in Washington County, and we went over there and picked that up the other day. And we just still have some hope that she's out there somewhere, and this maybe somebody's got her. If you do have her, if you know someone that has her, we certainly would appreciate it. We got a big reward that we're going to be offering, $750. So y'all, if y'all see her or know somebody that's got her, you know, don't be afraid to tell on your friends, okay? They'll never know it. Let's see what else we're going to have. Nothing new to tell you about the Bend Road death trap. Just, it's still there. And I think I saw, the last book I showed you, it wasn't a dog, it turned out to be, it looked like a pet rabbit that hopped off in there. And I think that's what I looked at it again, but very well could have been a dog, or a pet, or a cat, or anything else, or a child. Kids ride their tricycles and bikes up and down this road a lot. Could have very well been a child down there that, you know, could have gotten down there. Nobody would know where it was. Hole needs to be fixed. Got to be taken care of. All right, let's see. I think that's about it. We got part 2 from Joe Todd Syrup Farm with Eric Toole, and we certainly appreciate you watching this program. Do business with our sponsors, folks. Y'all watch this. We'll be right back in just a minute with Down Home in the Tri-States, the most popular show on TV locally.
Don't miss the next big Mason auction. It's the annual Farm and Construction Auction, the largest sale of the year. February the 21st, Highway 231 North, Campbellton, Florida. Folks, it starts at 8 a.m. Be there sharp. The biggest sale of the year. You don't want to miss this. A lot of stuff, a lot of people, a lot going on at the Mason Auction Yard. That's February 21st, Highway 231 North, Campbellton, Florida, 8 a.m. for the annual Farm and Construction largest sale of the year. The best way to protect your stuff and keep it out of the elements is a quality, inexpensive, well-constructed pole barn kit from Surplus and Salvage of Chipley. Known for many years as the headquarters for pole barn kits, Surplus and Salvage of Chipley has got just about any size you need. The ever-popular 24x24 is a low only $16.99. Yep, $16.99. I know that sounds too good to be true, but that's right, folks. Surplus and Salvage of Chipley has got them all the way up to the huge 32x60. Check them out. Tell them Ron sent you. They'll treat you right, and we certainly would appreciate it.
Folks, one of the best investments I've ever made is this golf cart right here. It saved me a lot of legwork, because here at the farm and up at the lodge, we do a lot of stuff. And if it wasn't for this golf cart, I'd be done walk myself to death. Paul Davidson of Main Street Market, he's a farmer and realizes the value of something like this. That's why Paul Davidson is now handling the golf carts. They've been completely refurbished. They got new rubber, they got new paint, they got tops, and hey folks, they've even got brand new batteries, or the batteries have been completely checked out and are ready to go. Folks, that's a deal for $38.95. Tell them you want Ron Jones's discount. Tell them you watch this show and you want this discount. Get your husband one. Get your wife one. It's a leg saver, folks. Go see them at Main Street Market, Highway 77 and Highway 90 in Chipley, Florida. Tell them Ron sent you. They'll do you right.
Why do more fishermen launch rhino boats?
I've been a fisherman most of my life, and there's one thing that I know. You ain't got very much of a boat if you don't have a rhino. Know wood to rot, it'll never rust. It's a boat you can always trust. Now you know what I know. Make your boat a rhino.
More fishermen catch more fish in the comfort of a rhino boat. It used to be people needing tree service like removal and pruning had to accept what they could get. That is, until now. Meet Easy Care, tree and lawn experts. Easy Care is now the tree and lawn service of choice in this area. They know what can be done and what can't be done and what needs to be done.
Start out the tree removal process, we then move on to the cleanup, the haul off, and the sweep up the process. And if the customer needs it, we also offer the stump grinding.
With Easy Care, you'll get an honest appraisal and an honest job.
I'm Dal Morris, and we go to any length to please our customers. At Easy Care, our main goal is to keep the homeowner happy.
With Easy Care, you can feel safe.
We're fully licensed and insured.
And with Easy Care's large and experienced hard-working crew, they will be there to take care of your request.
At Easy Care, we believe to do the right job, you have to have the right tools.
Trust the experts. Call them today.
Regardless of whether you have a one-day job, a two-day job, or a month job, no job is too big or too small for Easy Care Lawn and Tractor.
Well, that's basically what we try to do, is get the chlorophyll out of it, and then once we get the chlorophyll out around 215 degrees, see, you boil water all day long, it'll only get to 212 till your pot runs dry. But cane syrup is not that way. Cane juice is not that way. It boils at 212 here where we're at. But as you get the chlorophyll out of it and you get the water out of it and you start getting the syrup, the temperature will start rising. So around 215 degrees, you've got all of that out of it. You can start cutting your flame down, and then all you're trying to do then is keep it from scorching around the rim. And that's where you get your perfect, good, mild, mellow tasting cane syrup from.
To steal a phrase from a television show of the past, the final syrup is like black gold, or Texas tea to me. As our interview concluded, I told Mr. Todd that I couldn't wait to slice open a biscuit and pour some syrup on it.
Oh my goodness, that's a terrible sin. You know, you gotta know a syrup sopping etiquette. You put your butter in your plate, you pour your syrup over it, and you stir it up, and then you start sopping it around the edges with that biscuit. Might not look good, but that's the way you eat it. It's a syrup sopping, and if that syrup's not thick enough to tear that biscuit up, there's something wrong with the syrup maker.
I still make homemade buttermilk biscuit, and in fact we just had some last week, and that syrup just makes it. It tastes like my daddy's used to taste when I was young, and we like that.
And the other night when we opened some of his syrup and my wife cooked some biscuits that was almost as good as my grandmother's. We opened them up and put butter on it and put syrup on top of it, and my childhood memories really came back of the good times we had around the old kitchen table before we had to go out, and I would say chop cotton or pick cotton or what have you, but it put a boost to you so that you could get the maximum work, or your father could get the maximum work out of you for a couple hours anyway.
So many people, I'm not sure I want a lot of people to know about this, about Todd syrup, because we like it. You just can't get syrup like he's got in the grocery store. If you read the label or just taste it, you find that it's just water and something else, and it just, that something else is not very good. So I like it. I have memories of my parents, as Felden here does. We'd have the syrup and have the biscuits and have some good bacon. You can't beat that for a good breakfast. So I have good memories. I remember also the cane mills out in the country and how they operated. And of course, as Felden said, they had the mule that pull the grinding device around. And I never did know how that mule did so much work, but he did a whole lot of it. And then you had the boiling pits that were, of course, handmade and either out of metal or brick, and that's the way it was done back in the old days of youth. It's a great thing for us. It brings back memories and as well as good taste for more. Matter of fact, I'm getting some syrup for my Christmas presents for my children. That's how much I value it.
I laid the brick on my furnace. I designed the mill, the gearbox, the conveyor speed. I put all of that together to time everything perfectly. I came up with the pump to pump the juice over to the kitchen where we're cooking it at, and you know, it's vented perfectly, it draws perfectly, it cooks perfectly. I've got everything down really about as good a scientific art as you can, but it didn't come about overnight.
Have you got water problems? Pump won't pump? Do you need answers and solutions, but you don't want the runaround and you want someone honest? Well, have no fear, folks. Do what I did. Call the man, Water Dan. Dan Dubose will take care of your problem.
Hello, folks. This is Water Dan. I work on submersible pumps, jet pumps, do repairs and upgrades, anything to do with an existing water well. I would appreciate it if you call.
Call the man, Water Dan. He'll take care of your water problems. 850-535-9308. 535-9308. Folks, you know why people from Washington, Jackson, Holmes, Bay County, you know why they call Water Dan? Because Dan Dubose knows what he's doing. Y'all give him a call. From turkey hunting to deer hunting and everything in between, your best shot is King's.
King's Outdoors can take care of your hunting, fishing, and shooting needs year-round. We have an extensive selection of ammunition, including Remington, Federal, Winchester, and Hornady.
Ladies, if you need a firearm and have no idea where to start, Perry and his friendly, helpful staff will make you feel right at home.
Here at King's Outdoors, we have all major brands of handguns, shotguns, rifles, scopes, and accessories, including Browning, Beretta, Savage, Remington, and Marlin.
From deer rifles, shotguns, and handguns to fishing supplies for all fishermen and lady anglers, King's Outdoors stocks the best. Need prescriptions?
At King's, we've been meeting your prescription needs since 1977.
If you're headed to the beach, put King's on your stop and stock up before you get there. They're located right on Main Street. That's Highway 77 in Chipley, Florida, in front of the hospital. Just look for the big red canopy.
Here at King's, we'll work hard to earn your business and keep your business. Y'all come see us.
King's Discount Drugs and King's Outdoor.
In 1997, when I bought, 1996 when I bought the farm, the little mini farm that we lived on, I realized that nobody was making syrup. And that was one of the things that was lost, but I knew I could do it, and I knew how to do it. I just didn't have the equipment. So I got the cane and I planted that first year. And I found a gentleman, and he had gotten to the point where he didn't make syrup anymore, but he had the equipment. And so I carried my cane over to Columbia, Alabama, and used his equipment and made the syrup, and he helped me some. And of course I gave him half of the syrup for making it. So I did 3 cookings that year, and I took a piece of barn tin off of an old barn and wrote on there with a paintbrush, said cane syrup for sale, and drew an arrow 1/2 mile, nailed it up down on the highway. And in 3 days, all 3 cookings was gone. We didn't have any. Well, I had a little bit of cane left, so I went back and planted a little bit more, because all I wanted to do was to grow us some syrup, grow our neighbors some syrup. But it just kind of sort of exploded because nobody was doing it. And other people came, and I taught and trained them how to make syrup. I kept expanding. I made a statement earlier, about 6 years, I grew all my cane with just a little walk-behind rototiller like you use in a garden. And so then I bought the tractor and we got bigger, and we always put all of our money back into it. And I think it was 2002, our business had reached a point that I felt like that it would be profitable for my wife to quit work and join with us. Basically, we're just a farm couple that works hard and produces what we produce. And she is a real champion to put the hours in, as well as to be a wife and be a grandmother and so forth, to be a part of this business. And as I say, our goal is to retire and turn this over to the children, but right now it's just us. My generation is passing away, and the way to do a lot of things, not many women today know how to cut up a chicken. They don't know how to dress a chicken. They don't know how to, men don't know how to kill hogs and dress them and smoke hams and so forth. So to be able to preserve a part of the farm life of growing the stalk of sugarcane and putting it in a jar for people to enjoy is a story that I'm so grateful to you for coming and visiting us and telling this story for people to enjoy. And I know that you're going to be successful with this, and I know it's going to be a hit with people worldwide.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful pie safe, that's for sure. Old sewing machine like my grandma had. Little homemade ice box, he says. A lot of history. We'll be glad to see it. That was what we both had a question about. What is that? Turn up, let's see the side of it. That might be a contest we can have. What in the world is this? That's an old speaker. You hear, you see the folks knee-high belly washer? That's a knee-high belly washer bottle right there. Old Orange Crush, old Buffalo Rock. And this Sprite bottle's not all that old. It's maybe 30 years old. But it's getting to a point of being an antique nowadays. Look at that pie safe there, bud.
It's right here on 431. We're the first day. We're Todd Syrup Farm, one that grows cane and makes syrup up here. Yeah. We're expanding. We're putting in a big general store and
I love that wood bowl.
Shop and all of that. We have a lot of tourist traffic through here. Well, we appreciate you coming up.
That old butter box in there.
Yeah. Turn it over like that. And turn it over like that, pack it full of butter, and then do that. And push it down, lift it up, and take that off there. Wash it, clean it up, ready to mold another pound of butter. Wow. But that's a butter mold. What that is.
Oh, ironing board over there. This is stuff you just, I'm in my mid-40s and I know what it is because I was raised around it. But there's a lot of people that's just a few years younger than I am have never seen it in this area, and that's what the sad part is.
Now this planter right here is made here in Headland. This is made in Headland. This is a Covington.
I think that's the old Covington planter before they moved to Dothan, wasn't it?
Now here's a unique piece of farming equipment right here.
Deanna boss.
All we ever had around here went clackety-clack.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one is auger driven. And this lever right here would raise it up and disengage the auger for you to go turn around and go from field to field.
Right.
And this wheel right here moves back and forth, and where you set this cog on this wheel right
Depends
here
on how much
determines
you
how
put
much
out.
dew anna you put out. But this is made by John Blue in North Carolina.
And I bet you it would still work today.
Mr. Leroy Wood donated this right here.
We've got
This is
one.
a double hopper coal right here.
Mm-hmm.
It put out soybeans and corn at the same time, or you put out, you know, more
More or less.
more beans and things.
You put out corn and
Now,
velvet beans.
Here's a unique thing that most people ain't never seen. This is a cultivator
for
with no
barn
wheels
off.
on it.
Mm-hmm.
See, most cultivators had wheels, but this is a cultivator, what they call a wheelless cultivator, and this right here adjusted.
You barn off. You barn off.
But how deep the plow run, you adjusted your back bend on your mule to determine that. Here's two things that you will find interesting. Let me show you them. All right, right here is an Oliver 6 that I plowed a miniature plow with. An Oliver 6.
6 inches at a time.
Now, right here is an Oliver 7. And let me tell you the difference in it, okay? The Oliver 6, you had to back bar your corn twice before you could side it. You'd have to make one round and then come back and bar it off again. And when they come out with the Oliver 7, you could just make one round and it would make a wide enough furrow on that side of your corn, you could go ahead and side it and you didn't have to run it twice.
Well, this is the syrup pitchers that he has. It's really old. It's the largest one in the world, and I'm not going to doubt the man because I've never known him to tell a lie.
It used to be people needing tree service like removal and pruning had to accept what they could get. That is, until now. Meet Easy Care, tree and lawn experts. Easy Care is now the tree and lawn service of choice in this area. They know what can be done and what can't be done and what needs to be done.
Starting out with the tree removal process, we then move on to the cleanup, the haul off, and the sweep up process. And if the customer needs it, we also offer the stump grinding.
With Easy Care, you'll get an honest appraisal and an honest job.
I'm Dal Morris, and we go to any length to please our customers. At Easy Care, our main goal is to keep the homeowner happy.
With Easy Care, you can feel safe.
We're fully licensed and insured.
And with Easy Care's large and experienced, hard-working crew, they will be there to take care of your request.
At Easy Care, we believe to do the right job, you have to have the right tools.
Trust the experts. Call them today.
Regardless of whether you have a one-day job, a two-day job, or a month job, no job is too big or too small for Easy Care Lawn and Tractor.
Folks, this is Richard Clark. You've seen Richard on the show before. He and Alto, they go fishing all the time. They retired. You know, I can still work myself, so I don't get to go fishing as much. But they keep me in some fish. In fact, Richard just gave me some a while ago. He said, how many did you catch when you went?
93.
93. Nice. They said they were big. Woo! Man, tell you what, Alto couldn't go. He's sick. And but Richard, he gave me a couple of bags, and I am going to cook some fish. Richard's he's a creator of this fish cleaning station. You've been called that, Richard?
Yes, sir. All around the country.
Yeah, people everywhere have been calling. We're going to give a couple of these away on the show when we have our drawing, okay? We may give one away and then wait a while to give the other one away on a couple of more weeks and everything. Just have a drawing just for the catfish holder itself, okay? But we are going to give one away in our next drawing. Well, what we're going to do, y'all, some of you have seen it work before, some of you haven't. I'm going to get Richard to give you just kind of a quick demonstration. He's got a homemade catfish here, and I bet them in my bag tastes a lot better than that one right there. But but he's gonna do this. So y'all watch this, and he'll show you how this thing works. Go ahead, Richard. Show him. First of all what you do with the fish. Okay.
First off, we're gonna put this rubber down on the table. It's gonna slide like that.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I got mine's got that.
And then you put this down on the table,
yeah.
and that stops it from slipping.
I'll tell you what, if you don't have that on there, you're gonna be fighting for a long time.
And then you just grab the old catfish by his head like that, and you just stick him down on that hook like that.
Just like that.
And then we take this carpet knife, which I like a carpet knife because you can adjust the blade how deep you want to cut the skin.
Right.
And then I just cut over the top.
Come around like that.
Right down over the top.
That's behind his gill there.
Yeah, behind his gill.
Behind his gills, okay.
And then we take these fish skinners and just pull it.
Grab hold of that skin and just pull it down.
And then just reach up there and flip him over there to Alto, let him.
Yeah, Alto got an electric knife, but he has got a place on this for a fillet knife if you want to use that. But of course, you got these are Richard's tools now. These tools don't come with it, okay? The holders do. You get the holders with it. You know, when you get one, it's going to be like this right here, okay? These are real nice. I tell you, he has gotten a lot of calls on these things. I got a red one myself, and so far I've cleaned one catfish on it because that's all I caught. But
I do recommend everybody use gloves.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not familiar with handling a catfish, you may want to ask somebody because if it's
always grab him by the head like that. That's
by the head.
Way he can't fin you no way if you grab him like that.
Oh, okay, and then hook him on. Once you get him hooked, he's
then you can
then you
can skin him on down, and that's going to hold his head up there for you.
Richard, I sure do appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I hope whoever wins them really enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure they will. You know, I've enjoyed mine just cleaning that one fish with them. This makes it so much easier, really.
They make real good gifts for people as birthday presents or Christmas presents or something like that.
And you pretty much just build these things, so you sell them, but it's pretty much just kind of a donation to pay for the materials and everything. Yeah. Richard's retired. He's keeping himself busy and active, and this is one of the things that he does, other than fishing, and you know, so he can't go in a hole, you know, buying all this stuff. So he has to get his material money back, and so that's what the money's for. And they're not very expensive at all. So I tell you what, it's a handy thing, and you know, I did it for years myself. Get your hammer and your nail and nail that old catfish, you know. But you got to do every one like that, you know. Plus, you know, if you hit your thumb with the hammer, then you got to use one hand to do everything. So it sure beats that old nail in the tree, I tell you. It's close.
In campgrounds, you can't put nails in trees.
That's right.
So,
all right, Richard. Appreciate that. And got anything else you want to tell them?
Catch a bunch of fish.
Catch a bunch of fish. Okay. The hardest part's going to be catching the fish. The easiest part's going to be cleaning them. Okay. But y'all stay with us. We'll be back in just a minute. Down home in the Tri-State. I'm Ron Gales with Richard Clark.